What's good, YouTube? It's Raise Hell Zell back again with another video. This time I'm coming in with a Washington Commanders Wednesday recap. I just want to go over a few things with y'all, man, around surrounding the Washington Commanders and the latest news, some updates, and what's been talked about around surrounding the Washington Commanders in the NFL. The first thing I wanted to go over is he a legitimate NFL MVP right now? And Dominique Foxworth thinks so. I think he's in the discussion. I think so. I think there are a couple of players like Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, who are a little bit above him in the MVP race, in my opinion. Also, Josh Allen, I think, is probably above him in the MVP race. But what I want y'all to listen to what Dominique Foxworth has to say in regards to Jayden Daniels being an MVP candidate. So let's see what he's talking about here.
Okay, here we go. I'm looking for a big statement out of you today, Foxworth. What is it you want to say about Jayden Daniels?
He's the MVP of the league. If we talk about who's been more valuable, he took this cursed franchise that no one expected anything of. That defense was terrible. We saw what Caleb walked into and said, that's a great situation. Poor Jayden Daniels going to be with Cliff Kingsbury and Dan Quinn, a couple of coaches who we are not, celebrating, and he goes and takes his team from 26 in EPA per game last year to first in the league. And the best offense in the league. They are winning their division, and they're a legitimate contender in the NFC, all because of one person. You cannot split up this pie of credit amongst a bunch of different people. It's pretty clear. You go watch those games, and they're not babying him. We see so many good quarterbacks, or so many young quarterbacks have good first seasons, in part because they're being protected by a great defense or a great running attack or one really impressive standout receiver. Not that Terry McLaurin's not good, but he's not A.J. Brown. What we're seeing out of that team is almost all Jayden Daniels. He's the most valuable player in the league.
Jayden Daniels for MVP. Do we buy it?
I do not buy it, but I love it. I'm a fan. I got emotional when.
I'm not about to mention what Jeff Saturday got to say. I just want to talk about what Dominique got to say. So he brought up some good points, man. Usually, as a rookie QB, you kind of are babied into that first year. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury did do a good job of scheming up the offense this season for the Commanders, and he did those first couple of games. He kind of baby fed them here and there, and then Jayden Daniels kind of started making his own way after that, and you can see his average yards per attempt is around 8 yards per attempt per completion. Like, that's crazy. So he's not just throwing these dinks and dunks and these screen plays. He's also throwing the ball down the field at a high rate. And that's why he is in the MVP conversation, I think. And also, like Dominique said, we don't have, coming into the season, we weren't expected to win more than 5 games. So the fact that we're at 6-2 right now is all mostly in part of Jayden Daniels. Like, we go as this offense goes. Like this, we had this same offense. Mind you, we did reconstruct the offensive line a little bit. But coming into the season, this offensive line wasn't projected to be playing as well. They have been playing great. Don't get me wrong, this offensive line has been playing great. But besides the offensive line, this offense is pretty much the same player-wise as last year. We have the same weapons. Deontay Brown is still on the team. Terry McLaurin is still on the team. We did pick up Zach Ertz, but our best players are still Terry McLaurin, and now it's Jayden Daniels. So if you've been watching our games, if you've been watching the Commanders games, you can tell it's Jayden Daniels back there making the plays. But I want to give a big shout out to Cliff Kingsbury, because as good as Jayden Daniels is, he wouldn't be I don't think he probably would be as good, but Cliff Kingsbury has also boosted him as well with the way he's handled his first year as a rookie and the schemes that he has drawn up to get the best out of how Jayden Daniels plays, to get him in the plays that he likes. I saw forgot where I saw it at, but Cliff Kingsbury likes, like, before games, he lets, like, his offensive skill players write down the top 3 plays that they like from that week of practice, and he keeps that in his mind as going into game day, just in case he wants to call those plays, knowing that his players like these plays in these types of moments. So that's just like forward thinking that I think from offensive coordinator to do. I think the relationship between Cliff Kingsbury and Jayden Daniels has been immaculate. They kind of just mesh well, man. They kind of mesh well. They kind of feed off of each other. And I'm just excited for the future with this team because right now the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. So next thing I wanted to talk about, man, NFL.com ranks us 5th in the league right now, boy. 5th in the league right now. So mind you, the only other teams right now who are ranked ahead of us is one, of course, the Detroit Lions, the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Ravens. And then we're sitting at 5th, man. We're sitting at 5th. I don't even have to. I already know there's going to be mostly probably Commanders fans that watch this video, but I don't even have to tell you the type of stuff we've been through as a fan base. But to be ranked 5th in the first year of a rebuild with a whole new coaching staff, a new GM, a new quarterback, it's like 70% of roster turnover. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Coming into the season, I expected us to show glimpse of being good and prepare us for the future to be good. But in the first season to be 6-2, man, and for us to play like this, blowing certain teams out, one of the highest scoring teams in the league, it's just amazing, man. It's amazing. And again, I just want to mention our defense coming into the season. I expected us to be dead last again, just like last year. But this coaching staff has again done a great job of getting the most production out of these players, man. And I can't say that enough. Man. We're ranked number 5 in the league right now. We're up 2 spots from last week, which is crazy. So I mean, I expect us to continue this. I expect us to win at least 12 games this season. If we went 6-2 through the first few games, I expect us to go 6-2 to finish the season. In my mind, these next 8 games, these next 8 or 9 games are a little bit easier than the first 8 games, in my opinion. So I definitely think it's doable, and that's what I expect now. And it's because of the way we've been playing is the reason why I expect that. So yeah, man, I just wanted to mention that. Shout out to NFL for ranking us 5th right now. I also wanted to go over something from Twitter I seen. Man, people, you know when you're doing something right when you got other teams fans just hating on you. Not even just the Bears fans, but Eagles fans, man. I wanted to talk about how an Eagle fan tried to, basically say, obviously that Hail Mary did involve luck. I'm not about to sit here and say that play didn't involve any luck, but obviously it involves some luck. But I want y'all to hear what this take, I think it's from Pardon My Take. I think it's from, I don't know the dude's name, but I want y'all to hear this, man. I want y'all to hear what he had to say about that last play.
You know that's like a lucky play, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
And the pass was short.
That's just a lucky play. But any quarterback can make that throw.
Well, Jayden made it.
Any quarterback.
Here we go. Hurts has all day. Now some rushers come. Going to throw it as far as his arm can take it. Was as well short. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
And there you have it. There you have it, man. Now, I don't know if Justin Hurts was injured. He could have been injured. That's why the ball didn't go that far. But that proved, so was Jayden technically coming off of an injury as well, rib injury. So that proved, the dude threw the ball almost 70 yards, bro. That is not an easy throw for one. And to say any quarterback can make that pass, your quarterback couldn't make it he couldn't make that same pass in the most important time of the season. So it goes to show you how some of these fans of other teams get delusional. And it's like, bro, just be happy, bro. We're one of them franchises who we haven't been winning anything these past seasons. There's no reason to hate. It's no reason to hate, bro. Just give us our props. Just give us our props, man. Because, like, at the end of the day, the Eagles have been good these last few seasons. They've made a Super Bowl multiple times over the last 10 years. They made a Super Bowl twice over the last 10 years. So for you to sit here and say, and try to shit on our QB and try to play it down, that shows you that shows you how scared you are of our team, to be honest. But yeah, man, that just, let me know how y'all feel about that. I also wanted to bring up the Deontay Johnson trade to the Ravens. He was traded to the Ravens for traded to the Ravens for a 6th-round pick. The Ravens received Deontay Johnson and a 6th-round pick, and the Ravens gave the Panthers a 5th-round pick. That's crazy. That's kind of crazy. I feel like the Ravens kind of got the better end of the stick on this one, because they had the Panthers also had to throw in a 6th-rounder as well. But I wanted Deontay, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this past game against the Bears, we had a few drop passes. I feel like we could have. I feel like before the trade deadline, we could use another wide receiver. Will we get one? It's not looking like we're probably going to get one, and that's okay, because at the end of the day, I trust Adam Peters and his staff. I trust the decision that they're making. Maybe teams are not trying to work to play ball the right way that we want to play ball. So maybe the things just aren't aligning right now. And I heard somewhere as well, I don't know if we had a 5th-round pick to give. And I didn't want us to give up a 4th or a 3rd either for Deontay Johnson. So it is what it is, man. But I did want him on the team. I wanted us to improve our wide receiver core. I think our wide receiver core is decent. I think there can be improvements. But I think it's decent, though. I mean, we're making do with what we have. But at some point, I think we are going to have to make a step forward and get a real complimentary wide receiver to go opposite of Terry McLaurin at some point. And I wanted that to be Deontay, but it is what it is, man. You got to keep moving. Shout out to the Ravens for pulling that off. And that also goes to show Adam Peters, bro, how we got rid of Jahan Dotson for a 3rd. We gave up, I think it was like a 6th or a 5th or a 6th. It was a 5th or a 6th. We sent the Eagles a 5th or a 6th with Jahan Dotson, and we received a 3rd and 2 7th-round picks. So Jahan Dotson has been like one of the worst wide receivers in the league so far. And it's not even because he's been dropping the ball or anything, but the Eagles they haven't even been playing him. So that tells you what they think of him in the first place. They gave up a 3rd-round pick for him, and they're barely giving him snaps. So that tells you everything you need to know about Jahan Dotson's production and what Adam Peters thought of that before the season started. So shout out to Adam Peters, man. But yeah, shout out to Deontay Johnson. I hope he does well with the Ravens, man. I hope he does well. I'm a Commanders fan, but I do like Lamar Jackson, bro. And I hope Deontay can get his time to shine. And I hope he plays like a number 1 wide receiver. I like Zay Flowers too, but I hope Lamar can continue to thrive now that Deontay Johnson is there. Also, I wanted to bring up Johnny Newton. He had a breakout game Sunday, and I think that kind of went under the radar because of the Hail Mary play, of course. And I wanted to just shout him out and talk about all the good things that he's done in that game. And Adam Peters did it again, 2nd-round pick. A lot of people didn't want to take the chance on him because of his foot injuries on both feet. But it's looking like it was a good pickup, man. Sunday he had 7 pressures. He finally got his sack. Man, that was a tackle for loss, but the team had a petition to the NFL to get that changed to a sack, which it should have been a sack. And he got his sack this Sunday. He had 7 pressures. He had a 31.3 win rate and a 43.8 pressure rate. So that goes to show he has a promising future. Deron Payne is showing up as well. That line, bro. This coaching staff is doing their due diligence with the line. I also saw another post by Dan Orlovsky. He was going over the defensive plays from Sunday, and he was pointing out how well the defense was coached. And I see it too. The progress we've made from week 1 to now as a defense is leaps and bounds, bro. It's leaps and bounds. It's leaps and bounds. They're playing as a unit. They're rallying. They're violent. They're putting their body on people. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. It's amazing to see how when you change your owner for the better, for another owner who knows what they're doing, and they bring in the people who know what they're doing. It's refreshing, man. It's definitely refreshing. Yeah, shout out to the defense, bro. It puts into perspective when we get a real lockdown cornerback and we go back into the draft. Like, I can't wait. I understand that we're 6-2 this year, and I want us to do good this year, but I can't wait to see what we look next year and the year after that. Because, bro, we might be up there as like the top 2, top 3 teams, and maybe not 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? We definitely headed in the right direction, man. I'm speaking it, bro. We're going to be the number 1 team eventually. Just wait on it. Just wait on it, man. But shout out to Johnny Newton, man. He's definitely looking like a perennial player in this league, and I hope he just keeps improving, and I know he will. I know he will keep improving, and I'm obviously happy we picked him up, especially with the news with Jonathan Allen, who's going to be out for the season. And it's looking like they probably won't bring him back, which is kind of sad because he spent his whole career here for one, and he went through so many years of bad teams. He went through so many years of bad teams. You know, we all seen the interview of him in the locker room. He was just upset, pissed, cursing all over the place. And I feel it. And in the year that we're finally good, he gets injured for the season. And it's looking like we probably won't bring him back. Based off of like how much he costs and his production he's been putting in, we're probably just going to roll with Johnny Newton and probably get him out of there and save some money on the cap. So I feel for the guy, bro. I feel for the guy. But if he's not here, I hope he goes to a team that appreciates him. I hope he balls out, and I hope he's a contender as well. Just not against us. I hope he just doesn't play against us. But yeah, man, Adam Peters looked like it's like he could tell the future. It's like he knows what exactly what he's doing, and he made the right move in that regard. I also wanted to go over the injury report. I wanted to go over the injury report for today. So, Zach Ertz did not play. He doesn't usually play on Wednesdays anyways. He's getting up there in age, so they usually rest him. Cornelius Lucas obviously did not play. He's dealing with that ankle injury. I haven't really heard too much on the ankle injury at all. It's looking like he won't be ready for this Sunday. I know we did bring in another left tackle on a practice squad. I forgot his name, but that's usually a sign that we're going to be without one of our starters at that left tackle. So I'm not expecting Cornelius Lucas to be ready to go versus the Giants this Sunday. Frankie Louvu, I was surprised. I didn't hear anything about him. I was surprised to see him on the injury report with a shin. He did not play today. Hopefully he plays tomorrow and Friday, man. Because we're going to need him. We're definitely going to need him this Sunday. And hopefully he plays. I don't know if I know we activated our rookie linebacker. I forgot his name. Let me look him up real quick because I didn't see him against the Bears. I know he was on the active roster. I don't know when we're going to actually see him. One second, let me see. Jordan McGee. I didn't see him against the Bears. I don't think he played. If he did, he might have played on special teams. I'm not sure. But I don't think he played, and I'm hoping he can get some playing time against the Giants, because I want to see what it looks like, man. Louvu played all the snaps, 100% of the defensive snaps this past Sunday. I don't know. I think Bobby Wagner did too, man. Bobby Wagner's getting up there in age. Like, I'm ready to see what McGee got, man. He was off the charts on the combine, NFL combine. He was off the charts. He was in top 5 or top 6 on a lot of the stats. He was very athletic, very fast. So I just want to see what he has, man. I want to see what he brings to this linebacker group. And again, man, I trust his coaching staff. So if they say he's not ready, he's not ready yet, man. So we just got to wait. Brandon Coleman, he's coming up off of a concussion. He did practice today, so that's a good sign. Hopefully he can clear the concussion protocols and be ready to go Sunday. Because who was out there when Cornelius looked? I think it was Chris Paul who played left tackle. I will feel much better with Brandon Coleman out there, especially on running plays. So hopefully he gets back. Jayden Daniels, he was limited today with ribs. I think you can expect him to play again Sunday. He didn't throw today at all. I think they're trying to give his ribs as much rest as possible, so they're not trying to, have him do the throwing motion. Cleveland Farrell was limited. It's a good sign. Brian Robinson was limited. He had a hamstring injury. But I think you can expect him to play Sunday as well. Olamide Zaccheaus was limited, and Terry McLaurin ankle was full. So we don't really have a lengthy injury report compared to some other teams. So that's a good thing. That is definitely a good thing. But yeah, man. Thank you for watching the video. I expect to put out another one. I want to put out another one either tomorrow or Friday. If any other big news comes out, I probably will be uploading that day, talking about it, just to keep you guys updated and everything. But if you come across this video, man, I appreciate y'all. Please drop a like, a comment, follow, hit that notification bell for me. That'll definitely help me out a lot. And like I said, I plan on putting out more videos, and yeah, you can definitely expect to hear from me soon. And appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace out.